Welcome to the episode, everybody. It's definitely been an interesting week. Like last week was actually a busy few days for me. I hope you guys had a decent week. I know Kara had like a really rough day today.
I had a rough day, but I had a good weekend, so it kind of makes up for it.
It's like a weird balance. Like you ever have that? Like you have like a great like couple days, but there's always that one thing that just has to happen to just throw a wrench in it somewhere along the line.
Every damn day.
Go back to work the first day from my freaking vacation, and it's fine.
There's days I look out the 16th floor of the hospital I'm working at and think, man, I wish this glass wasn't so thick for me to just jump right out.
Foreigners, probably you and half the people in that hospital are thinking the same thing.
Probably.
I'm sorry, sir. The erectile dysfunction is it's too late.
I work
Spread
on a critical
everywhere.
care unit that we don't deal with erectile dysfunction. You go to your primary care doctor for that.
Don't matter. You know what? If the dick ain't working, your life ain't worth it. Jump out.
Guys, I would just like to go out on a limb here and let the audience know that if you do suffer from erectile dysfunction,
Contact the doctor and get some help.
don't go to the ED. It's not life-threatening. Make an appointment with your doctor.
I mean, for some people, it feels like it's life-threatening. That's like a very serious case for them. You know, their livelihood may depend on them being functional. Literally.
You don't know what you're talking about.
He's not wrong, and it made me spill water. Like I was just pulling stuff out of my ass. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me, guys.
What do I need mine for?
Don't listen to me, guys. I'm not a licensed professional. It'll get better. That's my.
Warner's is though.
How? Why did our episode start this way?
Because I don't know. Why does any of our episodes start the way it does? Usually Yuli says something.
I usually say something out there. And
Yeah.
Warner's makes it worse.
Just
Like the program I sent you.
What program?
So Itachi, you know how Itachi sent us that program that lists out how we're doing this episode,
And Yuli edited it.
Oh, yeah.
sent it back,
I read that.
and then like it described everything up to right now. It's perfect.
Yeah, I said as much as I wanted to disagree with his edits, it was 100% accurate.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Don't you hate that Yuli can do the things he does so well, and it's a double-edged sword?
I mean,
You hate him and you love him at the same time.
it's like the necessary evil. It's like, but it works. It weirdly works.
I hate it so much.
It's like, because the conversation always starts with you two. Yuli says something, and then Warner's immediately follows up with, why? And then Kara's just like, here we go.
Kara, I'm loving her energy today. She's worked up right now. I think work's got her.
She's ready to like stab someone in the gut.
That and
No.
and as a nice little
No.
treat, not going to spoil it till we get to that point in the show. Got a nice little treat coming from Kara for the show for everybody to look forward to. But
Yo, hold up, real quick. Okay, we're done.
Button.
Okay, you know what? At that point, let's just roll into our main topic for this week. Something that I think a lot of people, whether they're a gamer or not, can probably relate to if you've been in the market for PC parts and the market for PC in general. Can we talk about the crypto miners ruining PC gaming right now? And it's really bad out there. So to pretty much summarize for you guys what we're talking about, the crypto miners have been pretty much gobbling up graphics cards, GPUs, for you tech savvy people in mass. And we're not talking just in the US, we're talking globally. We're talking like China, Taiwan, we're talking like all across the world. Crypto miners are grabbing up these freshly made graphics cards by the hundreds to strap like 13 plus to one of their, power hungry PCs to crypto mine, which crypto mine? Which one is it? Ethereum, whatever.
Ethereum, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference.
Dogecoin,
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Thank you, Elon Musk.
NFTs now.
And it's gotten to the point that it's so bad that your casual PC gaming community, your casual PC consumers can't get these graphics cards anymore because they're literally sold out everywhere. And it's just sending the market into a frenzy.
And if you really want to get one, like, people are reselling them for like double, triple the price.
Crazy amounts. And I think Nvidia is like, they don't even manufacture their 2070s anymore, which is extremely popular.
No, they said they're going to again for this spring.
They need to
counteract the sales and the, what do you call it?
Scalpers.
Fuck, I forgot the word. Scalping of the 30 series.
Yeah. And it's
realize how bad the situation was. Like I knew of it, but until you told me about wanting to upgrade your PC and that you couldn't find 1080s, 2070s, stuff in that area. And I was like, no way. So you couldn't find it. And I was like, certainly you could buy pre-built PCs brand new, at least. And then we all researched online to all these different websites.
Yeah, let me get a 3080 with an i3.
With an i3.
Yeah, you get two options. There's two options basically. The 380 with the i3, which, guys, if you're getting into PC gaming, that is the worst mistake you can make. Don't do it.
Funny.
Don't do it. The iPhones and Androids we have now have better processors than that.
And the i3s. God
so
damn.
There's either those, and they try to make them look like a good deal. They're like, oh, it's only $2,200 because they show that 3080 right in your face.
Yep.
But a lot of people, especially new to PC gaming, don't understand the importance of the processor. So then they also have the 380s, right, with the i9s. i9s are amazing, but those are really
I don't know why
expensive.
you're pointing at yourself like we don't know this. You can't even control your character when you play Apex Legends.
Hey. We're not talking about that right now. It's okay.
But no.
God damn it, Yuli.
I was going to say, Warnhurst was on fire. He was on a roll. And then Yuli was just like,
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
no, but that totally makes.
No, he's 100% correct.
Yeah, he's right, because now they're trying to push these older processors with the newest graphics cards, and I don't know if they're trying to do it to maybe hope that people who acquire these parts, because I know from my brother and I, we've decided, hey, we could get those crap, processor PCs and then just strip them for the parts we actually want, and then just put it back out, the spare parts back out on the market for a reasonable price, for anyone who's just passive and just like, screw it, I just want parts. So maybe that's what a lot of these PC sites are thinking people will do. It's like, look, this is the only way you're going to get the graphics card. We can't give you a decent processor with it because the price would be so insanely high that no one, even with monthly payments, you'd be paying that off as long as you could probably pay a car off. So they're probably giving these crap processors to justify still having the $1,000 price, because at this point now you're paying for the graphics card. You're not even paying for the full. How
many times do you hear people like, oh, I got a 380, which I'm not even getting that rabbit hole of overkill, complete fucking unnecessary shit. People think of graphics. That's all they care about.
Yep.
So you hear 380. When's the last time you heard anyone talk about processors?
And that's why they're getting away with this. I'm telling you, because they know a lot of people don't pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what understand processors.
They don't understand it. So a lot of people, when they're looking to buy a PC, they're looking like, how many colors does it have, and graphics. And especially in this streaming community, I would say streaming as a whole is a big culprit in this, because the established streamers who do know this technical know-how, they're sponsored. So they're just like, people go in and they're like, oh, what do you have? And they're like, oh, I'm running this with a 3070X and amazing graphics. Look at it. But people don't, they don't realize you're not even seeing the game how this person's seeing it. You're like, oh man, the game looks really good. First of all, the stream is automatically dumbed down to 1080p. So no matter what, you're only seeing their screen in 1080p. So you're not even seeing the game the way they're seeing it, first off. So all these people are running around like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grab myself a 30. Your eyes, I don't know how many times I can say this. Our eyes cannot see what their maximum is putting out. We physically cannot see it. So you're spending all of that money on something you literally cannot see. And I'm like, look, learn how your processor works.
Yep, shiny.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Well,
People
frame
don't
rates fuck the way it looks. I just want to
People-
be able to like move smoothly through the game without like the initial kind of like,
Exactly. The stutter
process
stuff.
matters in that area too, because
it
they
does.
pull from each other. So if you're getting an i3 with a 380, you're not getting the 380's
You're
full potential.
bottlenecking your
getting
graphics
damn
card
thing.
basically.
You're getting a 1060 at best with an
Yep.
i3, and you're definitely not streaming any type of good quality.
No.
At least
you're
with
not.
an i7, you could play a game.
That's what I have.
I had an i7 and a 1070, and I could stream, do all the things I need to do. The 1070, even that's a little bit of overkill for pretty much most games of streaming. So don't even get me started on the 380. It's cool, but
It's a cash grab right now. It's a major cash grab. Because
people are
they
being taken
know,
advantage of, and it makes me upset.
yeah, they're taking advantage of. I'll tell you the people they're not fooling. They're not fooling the people like us who know how PC operates, and you know we know all the intricate parts. So we're not just going to go buy it because it's the newest graphics card out there. We're like, okay, well, you know, how much power is this going to add to my motherboard? And then, you know, we consider the processor, like, okay, well, can the processor handle this? They're sadly fooling the masses who want to keep up with the Joneses. You know, oh, Ninja's running X whatever. Dr. Disrespect's running whatever. So everyone wants to keep up with that.
Let me add that
Hold
to
up,
my
hold up.
i3.
Let's be honest,
I'm
they're
on my
running the
way.
game in this system. They're not running everything in that one system.
That's true. A lot of people don't realize that they have a dual PC setup usually.
Mm-hmm.
They're running, you know, the game on a completely separate machine and their actual stream on probably an older PC. So a lot of people are thinking, yeah, they're doing this on both. Now, people who live on a budget, which is your average person, they have to do it on both, and then they're wondering, why isn't it looking like so and so? Well, I can tell you as a person who's running a 1060 on an i5 why it's not doing both.
Your
can't
streams
handle
look good.
Yeah,
They
but
might be making the minimum requirements, but they look good.
yeah, and I go in and I turn my settings down.
Frame skip here and there.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people are trying to run these ultra high games on, you know, max settings in the stream, which, by the way, I know a lot of people keep saying that's not true. I'm telling you, this is truth. If you're not a Twitch partner, Twitch automatically lowers your stream output to 720 when you're live. So do yourself a favor, and I said favor, in OBS and slobs.
Do yourself a flavor.
Do yourself a flavor and turn your output quality down to 720. It'll ease up on your graphics card. It'll ease up on your CPU usage. A lot of people are wondering why their CPU is being eaten up. Turn it down because Twitch isn't letting it go out at 1080p. A lot of people argue with me on that. Well, I'm watching in 1080p. No, you're not.
Your phone is lying to you.
Your system and your
Noted.
phone are up resonant to
Yeah.
1080p. It's coming out 720.
Coming out
either way.
at 720. The only people that get that immediate 1080p, and I promise you it's a stress on their system, so a lot of them have a 2 PC setup, are partners. And I don't even know if it's all the Twitch partners, but I just know it's only the Twitch partners that are guaranteed to have a 1080p upon delivery of encoding. Once the stream is done, then Twitch upscales it to 1080p. So if you're watching it after they're done live, then yes, you're watching it in 1080p. But if you're watching them live and they're not a Twitch partner, it's only in 720. Save yourself the headache. Turn your settings down. You'll get a lot more mileage out of your GPU and your processor, and your computer will thank you. Trust me.
Well, Yuli's right about the frame rate too. The thing is I have a 2K monitor. If I run that at if I run that at 2K, I won't get quite 144. I'll get like 110 FPS. Sure, the game looks good. It's 2K, right? If I drop it down to regular 1080 and get the higher frame rates, the game looks better.
And see, so here's a good question, because for the most part, Kara, you're just kind of like you're a passive PC gamer, right? You kind of know what's there, but you're not like fully invested into all the technological parts.
If you asked me what my PC was, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
And this is what I'm saying. But you know, fortunately, she has people that, you know, probably keep you in the loop. Like, oh, don't spend your money on this. That's pointless. But you know, do this and you'll be just fine. Her streams come out really, really well. do you actually like adjust your settings in the game, or you just kind of like you let the computer determine it for you?
Yeah, I just kind of play with what it gives me, and
it turns on Wizard be like set up for me.
So what I'm hearing is, unlike apparently a lot of people in this world now, you use common sense by hitting the preset button on the game and in OBS that gives you automatically what you can do. Like it recommends it for you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like when I started streaming, I always did it as it adjusts your bitrate and all that shit to what your computer or PC can handle. And even when I got my PC, I still did that. Even when I was hardwired to the internet, I still did that.
I do the same thing.
I don't know what to put.
And that's actually that's actually a very smart move that I think a lot of people don't do, because they're automatically running. Because even with Satisfactory, a game that I'm very addicted to right now, my computer can run it on Ultra as long as I'm not streaming. So I do have to be careful, because the magic optimization button is like, hey, your computer can run this at Ultra, dude. And I'm like, if I'm not streaming. So
I saw it last night, man. That game was gorgeous.
Yeah, like when
it depends on your graphics card too, because some graphics card, I think the 20 series has it, where they have this much room for your game, but they have this little room for your actual stream setup, like to stream and render the stream to like go out. Yeah, so it's just your graphics card is a little old, so get a 20 maybe, and then you'd be able to play a game at high with, it being able to stream as well.
Which is definitely a goal that I would love to work to, but as Warner's found out, because I sent Warner, so I want all the listeners to know, I sent Warner's on a little quest so he could see the struggle I was having, because Julian Warner's for months. And I felt kind of bad, so I've just kind of argued back because I felt bad. But they've been like, "Hey man, we got to get you upgraded, man. We content." I'm like, you know what? They're right. I need the content, for you guys, but I need the PC to make the content. So it was like a vicious catch-22 cycle. So I was like, all right. So I made Warner's a deal. I was like, you find a PC in X amount price range. Maybe if I can make payments on it, and here's the specs, because I've already knew what I wanted. I had been doing the research on my secret side, been doing my own little research, and I was like, you find this, you send me the website, and I'll start paying for it. He was like, all right. And I sent him out into the world.
Me and Yuli both, man, we know what makes a good PC if you're not streaming, and we know what you probably need if you are a streamer and a content creator. And dude, I looked so hard, and that's what I was talking about earlier. It took that for me to realize the real issue with the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's completely.
I was mind blown.
Yeah, it's completely upset the market, and a lot of people, and I would say probably the crypto miners themselves, are arguing that that's not the case. It's two factors. It's just that they're the more well known.
Let's talk about the crypto miners arguing that it's not the case. All right, dude. You're saying that's not the case. How many 3080s do you have in the back right there running crypto mining for you? Well, that doesn't matter. I don't have that much. I only have 7.
Your average consumer needs 1.
I'm sorry, but I highly doubt, unless you're in like some insane relationship or both of you just so happen to be hardcore streamers, I highly doubt more than one person in any given household needs more than 1 380.
Let me put it this way. If you by yourself have as many GPUs as an esports tournament has one for each of their computers, you've already done fucked up, AA Rod. And this kind of makes me concerned about not only just the future of PCs as a whole, because we already know we've touched on the topic many times in previous episodes of big business wanting to get involved in gaming, and because they see the money involved with it. It kind of scares me also for the future of cryptocurrency as a whole, because how it started, I had a great belief in it and how it started. Currency of the future, digital currency of the future. I was kind of for it, but now I'm like, I don't know if it's a great idea anymore, because with the GPU pretty much crisis right now, It's only a matter of time, I'm sure, before big business and heck, the governments themselves start stepping in and getting involved in a way we don't want them involved. Nothing would suck more than apparently having.
What if like it turns out you need a license to mine for cryptocurrency?
That's what I was going to go with. They're going to start putting out like you need a license to mine for cryptocurrency. They're probably going to find a way to tax GPUs.
If they keep buying GPUs like that, and they're like, oh, you want to mine? Well, you need a fucking license. That's going to prevent people from overbuying them fucking GPUs.
It would prevent them.
What about the?
It's a necessary evil that can happen. But what really needs to happen is these fucking crypto miners need to. There's nothing not really, because it's making them money, and I don't want to like take that away from them. Do you make your money, but you're fucking up the system.
Yeah.
And there's no true way to fix it without the government stepping in, or like the article that we have that Nvidia is going to make a way to nullify crypto mining with their GPUs.
Yeah, I
they
think
have to step in on our behalf, the consumers' behalf. Care enough about the consumers to step in.
What were you trying to say, Kara?
No, I was just gonna say about the article that I sent you guys that Nvidia says that they're gonna, with their next or their latest card, it's gonna reduce the efficiency by 50% when they use it for crypto mining.
Worthless.
Yeah, I mean it would be back in the hands of the. Here's what I think they should do going forward. They need to make crypto mining dedicated GPUs. Make crypto mining dedicated GPUs. Don't let them be gaming GPUs. I'm pretty sure if you put approved for crypto mining, specifically for crypto mining, let those miners buy those up. And then for the gaming GPUs, if anyone tries to get slick and it's like, well, screw that, I still like the gaming GPUs, I'll buy the crypto mining and I'll buy the GPUs. Then do what Nvidia did and reduce the accessibility like that, like cut it down so it's performance.
Send out an update, be like, hey, here's this update that'll make it better for you, but wait, they'll kind of reduce your crypto mining efficiency, so fuck you.
Yeah, like I know it's probably extra work, but I feel like at this point it's necessary steps that have to happen because it's getting out of hand, and this is going to have a ripple effect on things in the future, because now they're not just affecting your desktop PCs, they're affecting laptops. They've been buying laptops up.
Mm-hmm.
People are actually buying Alienware now.
Yeah. Nobody was buying Alienware. I mean, me personally, I thought they looked amazing, but they were still too expensive.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, I was like, man, they're just too expensive for.
Oh, that, it's a $2,000 desktop, but it's an extra $1,000 for the look.
It's an extra $1,000 for the look. Yeah, exactly. It's all about appearance, and it's like, who's gonna see it? Only you. Like no one else is gonna see it.
Hold up. If someone comes to me and shows me like a Demon Slayer tower with like cool lights and graphics, I'd be like, I could blow $5,000 on that.
But they had to come to you and show it to you. It's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's custom made. You chose to add that on. You didn't get you didn't go in and they're like, they upsell it and then it just looks cool, so you go for it.
And most consumers, most PC consumers today like the glowing lights on their PC. They like to stare at it rotating.
You know what? Not no lie. I have a few friends that are like, yeah, I want a PC, but I just want like the lights. Like I don't care how well. I just want lights.
Want the lights.
You know what? You ain't wrong. The lights are fun. Like a lot of my shit is RGB, and I'm like, you're right. It's fucking fun, especially when we play like games that have the RGB like add-ons to them. Mm-hmm. It really makes it worthwhile, because I noticed when I play Apex with you guys, the lights work with Apex in a way where like I don't have to look at the screen all the time. The keyboards tell me where everything's at.
Now, that's pretty cool. I will admit, when the lights work in sync with whatever you're doing, that is a kind of a cool feature, kind of a cool vibe. But
it doesn't cost an extra $1,000.
And I was gonna say that just kind of brings full circle what I was saying earlier. People are buying this stuff, but not really knowing what they're getting. And I go on the forums, and I can always tell a person who just went for graphics over quality because they're like, hey, I got this 3, and they sound like they know what they're talking about. And they're like, I don't know why my game is acting weird. And you have a tech person comes in, well, did you check this settings? Did you set this? Did you turn this off? Did you turn off your anti-alias and your VSync? And they're like, what? Where do I find that? And I'm like, oh.
That's me.
You're one of those.
That's me.
And it's just so funny, especially on Reddit, because then that's when everybody just digs into them with the slight trolls. And then you see like at least 3 times get good. It's like, I'm not even gonna help you, bro. Just get good.
Dude, I don't care how old I get. Someone throwing in that occasional get good will always make me laugh. Even if it's a shitty troll, like I will always laugh.
The get good, man. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I cringe when someone tells me get good. I feel it in my soul.
Feeling. When someone's shitting online, they're like, get good. And you're like,
yeah, it's like,
fuck you.
Yeah, like the bad guy on the team kills you one. Thank you. That's how I feel. I'm like, I'm trying. What do you want from me?
Fuck you, you laggy.
For you to get better, Itachi, God damn it.
I'm trying. It's really hard to get good. How can I get good when they took all the GPUs?
It's all their fault.
Get good by.
I can't see that bullet in the ray tracing now.
And the I always turn that dumbass shit off.
Ray tracing is so stupid. It's so stupid.
Turn it off.
I get it. I get why you like it, but at the same time, like, I don't need to see that reflection. I really don't.
You don't need to see that reflection on some FPS game that you're playing online.
Jesus
so, I think Yuli will agree with me on this. I think right now, the only time I could justify a 370 and think it could actually be meaningful is a VR game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Straight up.
After seeing what I've seen recently
yeah.
with y'all's games, like being able to witness VR from y'all's perspectives.
Yo, fucking Walking Dead is so fun.
I can definitely see how a 380 would help a lot with that.
Yeah.
Well, not even the 2060 Super I have runs almost all the games flawlessly.
And and some of the minimum requirements
Granted,
are
I do lower it down
1060.
to like medium to high graphics, but still, like, again, VR, I don't need to see it in ultra. I just want to be able to run the game smoothly, and it does that perfectly for me. And in VR, I'm not expecting fucking ray tracing, fucking 4K visuals. It's the headset. The headset only runs at a certain amount. The fuck? What more do I want?
Yeah, exactly.
Frame rate.
And
Frame
well,
rate.
yeah. One thing
That's
you
it.
don't
Frame rate,
want
that's all I
is to
want, is
be
frame rate.
stuttering in VR. If you're trying
We're
to
gonna get
get
a lot
sick,
of hate on this podcast. Some console players are gonna be like fuck you. I play PS4.
Hold up.
Oh, I'm sorry,
hold up.
PS5.
I'm about
They're
to say.
selling them again. They're
I'm
not
about
out
to say.
anymore.
I played look, you know what? Going down any gaming avenue today sucks, all right? You can't get a 3080, you can't get a PS4, you can't get you know what? You could probably get an Xbox because it's
Nobody's
fucking
buying
Xbox. What more? What do you
only the
what do you
American
want?
market's buying them.
Instead
Like,
of a
who the fuck
computer,
wants
you
an
bought an Xbox. You see the problem?
Yeah.
That's why they made it the desktop
same-
shape.
Same game.
Yeah.
One just so happens to play them better.
Yo, I see the PS4 actually being a good like I said, PS5, not the PS4, but PS5. I see it as a good competitor to basically the console world. And in terms of graphics and frame rate, because the Switch,
Oh yeah.
no, it's never going to be as good as the PS5. But the one thing it does have is the games are even fun, are just fun.
They're their own thing. There's no competition with Switch.
There's no
They know.
competition. I can
Nintendo
spend.
knows
Look, I can't spend fucking even on games on my PC. I can't spend more than 2 to 3 hours playing one game. I need a break. I'll walk around and get away from everything. If I got my Switch and I'm just laying on the couch, I'll be there for like 6 hours playing Breath of the Wild and not realize it's been 6 hours.
And just to prove Yuli's point even further, Monster Hunter Rise came out on like Friday. I went to the GameStop. First time I stepped in a GameStop in like 2 years. And I grabbed the Monster Hunter off of the shelf and I just walk over thinking like, it'll be an easy purchase. And the guy in front of me wanted Monster Hunter Rise, and the cashier looked and saw that it was in my hand. He was like, ooh, he has the last one. And I have to give it to him because he has the case in his hand. And I'm like, oh, I've done this to somebody 2 times in my life. Once with the PS4 and the NEX. And there was like a line of 30 people behind me. And the lady literally was like, he has the last one. We're out. I'm like, dang, you just put a bullseye on me, but okay.
Oh my god.
Man.
And then it just made me
did you buy
realize,
it?
Robin, that guy.
hell yeah, boy, I bought it. And I was like, it's in my hand. I'm buying
Did
it.
you go? Did you whisper in his ear?
Itachi,
Get
where-
good.
Get good.
Tachi, Monster Hunter Rise, worth
Worth it.
it? I'm getting it tonight then.
Worth it. And it was sold out. He was telling me, he was like, other GameStops were
Yo.
calling like, hey, you got any left? And he's like,
You know
oh,
where it doesn't sell out?
what?
Digital.
Digital.
Yeah.
Is it digital?
doesn't
Yeah, it's
sell
not
out.
digital.
No, it's
not
digital.
No, it's digital. I
It's
have
digital.
digital.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a discount on digital. That's why I'm thinking about getting it. I get $10
For some
off.
reason, I thought it was only coming out on console right now.
No,
wasn't
I did it just to
Fuck would
save
release
space.
a game on hardware only and not sell it digitally.
I don't know. It's a new game. I haven't looked into it. I was just asking.
I think like maybe 2 years ago they stopped doing the hardcore hard copy. What is on my mind?
You're experimenting with hardcore.
No,
Woo!
Got
Anywho,
that new switchboard.
I
with
just
his
got that hardcore butt
experiments.
plug right now.
oh,
Hardcore.
We're back here.
yeet, yeah, yeet on that one.
Somehow we started with butt plugs and ended with butt plugs.
And we're still gonna go with the butt plug.
So yeah, Monster Hunter, sold out. So I'm glad I
speaking of
grabbed it.
Monster
Out.
Hunter. I just saw the movie too.
How was the movie? I haven't seen it.
Movie visually, I fucking loved it. I loved the monsters. I loved all the like the fighting scenes. Story wise, I don't. You can tell me to write an essay. I can't remember it, and I just saw it this morning.
Ooh.
So it didn't
pretty
leave that
bad.
much of an impression story wise. Got it.
Anyone
Story wise,
listening
no.
to this,
Visually, and you know what? I have to say it has the quirkiness of Monster Hunter, the visuals that I want in a Monster Hunter movie, and the monsters themselves. Besides that, I don't care about any of the characters, and I'm just like, you know what? I love the fact that all the tools and like the weapons are all Monster Hunter. I'm like, you did your job. That's all I want to see is these
You know-
weapons and fighting style in game.
You know,
in a movie.
I don't think they could have. I think this is probably one time. I haven't seen the movie, but I will say from Yuli's description, unless they are a super sweaty fan that tries to enforce their idea of Monster Hunter on the movie, technically Monster Hunter stories are easily forgettable. You don't really
I can't remember World Story.
Yeah, you don't really remember. You just remember. Basically, Monster Hunter World, amazing game, great graphics,
10 out of 10.
amazing monsters. But all you can, I can tell you right now in a couple sentences, the whole story. Bigger monster than the last one, hunted. Okay, and that's it. But the monsters are just so amazing on scale.
Well,
that-
all of that works though.
yeah. And I think if that's what the movie did,
I
it's
could
fine.
fight that monster. I could use it. I could use whatever it drops, like its scales, its horns, whatever. Make better weapons. Fight even bigger monster.
That's Monster Hunter. Hunt monster.
That is monster.
Take monster carcass. Make
you know
better
what?
stuff.
You know what? You can't remember the story, but you remember the hunts you have with your
all
friends.
they
or
had
the
to
hunts
do
by
is
yourself.
copy and paste.
Well, I mean, if he's described the
They
movie
did.
like that, then they
added
did.
The military. What the fuck does the military have to do with Monster Hunter?
It still
No.
works because Solid
It
Snake had a
works 'cause
crossover.
They have parallel universe crossovers with Street Fighter, The Witcher,
Mega Man.
what's
That's not
Horizon
the
Zero Dawn?
military.
I just said they had Solid
They're
Snake
not
in one.
there.
They had Solid. They had a
had Solid
monster
Snake.
from Monster Hunter crossover into Metal Gear.
The fucking military was just in the beginning. They get teleported to the Monster Hunter world. Granted, you know what I hate? Hold up, this is what I do hate though. They try to make these military characters lovable in the first 15 minutes just to die in the next 20 minutes.
Feel
then they
compassion,
don't
rip it away. Except no one felt
Rip
the
it away.
compassion.
Like you know, I actually like this one character, and they just kill him by making like a bunch of spiders explode on his body, and I'm like, I really like that guy. I was hoping he'd be alive at least.
They immediately just Game of Thrones everybody, huh?
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, I guess that would make sense. And Monster Hunter as a video game is amazing, but you do not want to live in that world.
If Monster Hunter was a real thing, I expected it to be this gruesome. Like, there was no like visual bloods, but the visual killings, you were like, that's pretty fucking savage.
Yeah, but
Well, if you
But yeah.
fail to to catch Yuli's attention on anything, then you failed as a company.
No, they kept my attention with the monsters. I just couldn't pay attention to the story.
And I still think that, like I said, in summary, I think that's pretty fair. But I guess we could say crypto miners, GPU scalpers lead to Monster Hunter
World.
movies not having memorable stories. It's all your fault.
Hold up, real quick.
Crypto miners.
King Kong or Godzilla? Who you guys vote for?
King Kong.
Warner's?
Damn, this
It's
is a
not a
life
fair-
decision for him.
It's not
It's
a
a
fair
real
question.
difficult question. Pick one. King Kong. You want monkey or lizard? Which one?
Neither are gonna win or lose. That's my. There's gonna be.
Who do you want to win? I didn't ask who do you think is gonna win. Who do you want to win?
Naturally, I think Godzilla is gonna ultimately beat.
That's
beat
it.
him
That's all
down.
you had to say. Why did you have to turn this into a big?
That's my job. I'm supposed to overcomplicate things.
Kara, monkey or lizard? Pick one.
Lizard.
She says Godzilla. Warner's.
He had to put it in Kara terms. It's fine.
You pulled the me. That was supposed to be me. I'm supposed to overanalyze it.
I don't know why you over. It's like, who do you want to win? You know what I think is gonna happen? They're gonna make King Kong win, but not really win.
Yeah, or they'll end it in some roundabout draw. But I've heard good things about the movie, so
Oh, I'm excited tonight,
I'm
guys.
excited.
Midnight.
I'm excited. I will definitely be watching.
Shit! I have a reason to stay up and not sleep again.
Good night.
Yeah, we got to build shit.
No, Kara, you're staying up with
Right,
us.
we're gonna.
I
Play
gotta
Saturday-
work
You
tomorrow.
no, fuck off. You missed the Zack Snyder cut. I don't give a shit. You're watching King Kong
know.
versus God. You're watching Godzilla versus King Kong with us. I don't care if you
No.
have work.
Well,
if
your
you have to
son-
take care of your mama. I don't care. You're watching
You
with
have to
us.
take care of your. Mo-
My mama's dead.
Oh, get good. Think you broke Kara? She's broken. She's,
Oh my god.
I don't know if
I
she's
should have done
crying
the
or
high
laughing.
round. I don't care if you're sick as a dog or in bed with the wife. I call
Wow.
you come.
We're just gonna walk on over that.
Whoa, where's that?
So yeah. And on that note,
God.
we're gonna move on to our final segment of the episode. We're introducing something new, and it's gonna be brought to you
Hold up,
by.
did you follow my request, Kara?
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
It's gonna be brought to you by the lovely Kara. So stay tuned for Kara's Corner of Weird.
Why did you have to pick that sound?
It suits her so well.
Oh,
It's weird. It's weird. It was weird for me to
should've been
record
like
that.
Some
I could imagine.
So it
Hear
fits.
it in your voice.
yo. How many times did Itachi have to watch My Little Pony to get that sound?
I find that specific spot, record it, cringe the whole time.
Your move, Kara.
All right. So I'm just gonna read you the title, and I wanna know what you guys think it's gonna be about.
Oh, we get to guess. All right.
Yeah, I love this.
Let's do this.
Take turns.
Naples man calls 911 about McDonald's order and says he has cocaine in his butt.
Repeat that.
Naples man calls 911 about McDonald's order and says he has cocaine in his butt.
Is this the guy that didn't have chicken nuggets and called 911 on them?
Well, wait. Hold on. He calls 911 about his McDonald's order, and it leads with cocaine in his.
What's
What?
the Naple part?
Are we figuring out what state this is?
Naples is a city in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is Florida
How many
news.
people
This
call
is Florida.
just for shits and
Okay.
giggles?
Naples man calls McDonald's about an order. And
No, calls
them-
911 about McDonald's order
calls 911 about McDonald's order and
and
cocaine.
says he
911
has
what's your
cocaine in
emergency?
his butt.
The chicken nuggets, they're cold.
Yeah, look, the
Okay.
chicken nuggets
And
are cold.
I have cocaine in my butt.
I have
So-
cocaine in my butt. Yo, I
I'm
thought
gonna go
Warner's
ahead
was the
and
one with the
say-
butt plug.
I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, you're not getting cocaine in my butt. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead on a limb here and say he was obviously
Notice I said I'm not gonna get cocaine in his butt.
fucked up. Obviously, when he called.
All right, give us a story,
I'm
Kara.
still stuck on Yuli. Okay. In the cocaine, a man hinted as he was being loaded into the back of a Collier County Sheriff's Police car. Deputies asked him to clarify. I have cocaine in my butt. 56-year-old man answered. Man had called 911 3 times early Wednesday morning from the McDonald's on blah, blah, blah. He said they had gotten his burger order wrong twice. When deputies arrived at the McDonald's, employees said the man had been yelling and cursing at staff for his mistaken order and they wanted him taken. The man would not leave unless his burger was fixed. The deputy told him again that he had to leave. Fine, then take me to jail. I'm not leaving, he said as he raised his hands towards the deputy. The report states. The deputy escorted the disgruntled customer from the burger joint. Upon searching his pockets, the deputy found marijuana folded into a napkin. While he was being placed into the patrol car, he then admitted to having another drug tucked away in his crack. The man was taken to the jail.
Wow. Hold up. Who wrote that? I want the name of the person that wrote that. I'm going to send them a strongly worded letter.
Catherine Hamilton.
Oh,
This is from
You set yourself up for that. You wanted to say he had cocaine in his crack, huh?
Yep.
You cheap
that was a cheap
bastard.
one. That was a cheap one.
That was so cheap.
So this guy, this 56-year-old dude, not only has the munchies, he just walks around with cocaine up his ass.
Maybe he was gonna make a deal behind the McDonald's afterwards.
Possibly.
Eat a hamburger in one hand, fingers butthole in another.
Okay, none of
It
that.
ain't his finger going up there.
None of that.
That was his goal. Got to make that sale. Got to keep it somewhere.
Does COVID just not exist in that part of Florida?
Does what?
No,
Does
haven't you
COVID just
heard?
not
COVID
exist in
said
that part
not
of Florida?
Fuck that.
We're dealing with drug dealers. They upset about their burger order. Call 911. I don't think they care about a mask.
I'm just talking, just in general, just any kind of diseases living. This man's walking around with cocaine up his ass.
Could you imagine that? Like, hang on, like they're in the back and his fingers in his butt, right? About to go in his butt and get his cocaine. And he's eating his cheeseburger with the other, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. Hang on, I didn't put my mask on. That was very rude of me."
I'm grabbing out of my butt.
Mask comes out of his butt too. He's like,
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
"What stuff
Okay.
you got in there, man?"
So they
Okay.
did in the
No, he doesn't have a butt
charges.
plug.
In the charges, he was charged for trespassing, marijuana possession, not more than 20 grams, and resisting law enforcement without violence. Nothing did it mention about the alleged cocaine that was hidden in his rear end.
So we just have missing cocaine out here.
Maybe he sucked it back up.
Wow. You know what? I think they just were like, let it dissolve in his butt, let him go through his high and watch what happens, because nobody was going to go up there and get it.
It's pretty normal for people to put cocaine in condoms and put it up their butt.
Well, in with drugs, it
Where did
doesn't
you
get you high faster.
I've seen a lot of things in the ED.
Oh boy. I just don't know. Is it true that it gets you high faster?
Okay, a new segment. ED stories with Warners.
Your
That was an idea.
anal cavity is very veiny,
This
so
is
it absorbs
taking
things faster.
this is taking a very different turn.
Is that why people shove alcohol up their ass?
People do a lot of stupid things
Up their ass.
Is that why you have the butt plug up there?
to protect myself.
You know what? There you go. There you go. Perfect.
Why do you think I'm sitting like this?
Oh my god! Stop! Stop! No!
Next topic.
Wow.
Next story.
I was
Wow.
only told to prepare one.
That was the one. That was the one. We are ending this show on a very
Had to start it off with a good one, huh?
yeah. So wow. Hopefully next week doesn't involve butt play. Talk about time. No, it's almost. This is why I'm saying like Yuli indirectly is well prepared. He started the episode with the mention of butt plugging. Kara hadn't told anyone what the article was about, and it ends with a
nothing.
guy having something up his ass.
Shoving shit up his.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
They never found it.
They never.
He never pooped it out.
Okay, yeah. So
To this day, it's still up there somewhere.
well, good luck to him. But yeah, that's gonna be it from us. Guys, we would love to hear your opinions on the crypto miners and GPUs. If you're a PC gamer, or even if you're not a PC gamer and you're trying to get some PC parts, let us know your thoughts. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on the Patreon
If you have
page.
any weird news,
If you want to, yeah, if you've got
any weird news, send it on over.
yeah,
Absolutely.
And if you have butt plugs, send them
don't
to the
send
PO
those.
box at
Don't
Warner's.
don't send anything
No,
involving
no,
that.
Send me your used butt plugs.
Don't send any of that. But yeah, if you got some weird news that you want,
Why did you have to add that they were used?
oh, that's terrible.
If I had to pick between
So you
one
want-
or
Like
the
I
other,
said, I say something fucked up. He makes it worse.
And here we go.
if I had to make a choice, I'm just saying I don't want used.
Anyway,
I mean, no one said that you had to use them.
I didn't say I was gonna use them.
Okay.
Just saying don't send me used ones. Like
we're
you
just gonna get
consider it.
messages and questions from
leech it.
War Nurse now.
Disinfect.
A lot of curious parties are gonna be asking about about War Nurse's derriere now. They're gonna be watching all the YouTube videos like, so
Or
that's why he
Nina.
sits like that.
At daytime, I'm War Nurse. At night, I'm Juanina. I'm Latina in ethnicity. I'm related to Yuli. I'm his second cousin.
Okay.
It's removed.
Twice
He's like making sure you are so far down the family line. Anyway,
I wouldn't be like weirded out if Warner's turned out to be my cousin. I have a bunch of fucking cousins that date white guys that don't like anything else.
look at War Nurse's face after that. It's just
were you gonna
why?
What were you gonna say? I'm
was
not white. I'm German.
You know, it's funny. My mom walked in the other day and said, "Hey,
Hold up. Do not start a story with your mom walking in on you.
no, not that. It was visiting. She walked in, right, and she said, "Hey, I have an extra DNA test for the ancestry
Oh.
thing," and she asked me like if I wanted to do it because I guess a couple people in my family did, and I said no, and she's like, "You don't care where you're from?" I said, "I'm a white American." That's what I am. I don't care how many French or Hispanics or German or whoever. I'm just some white guy in America.
I would love to get my DNA test done.
I can see that.
Someone
Gets a
might.
DNA test. It just says 100% white.
Well, I honestly thought Yuli learned from his lesson. He now knows that
Jewish?
being Jewish is not.
What was the word? No, hold up. I said a word specifically. What was that word?
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You know what, guys? One of my goals in this podcast is to make Itachi say the N word. And that's still my
Oh
goal.
my God, we're done.
we're done. Man, we are
He
done.
means no.
We're
He means
bleeping that
no.
out.
Yep. So you guys have been amazing. Make sure to hit us up on social media.
He can say
You guys
the
stay
word.
safe out there. We will catch you all on the next episode. Later, everybody.